Iraq economic news and points to ponder Monday AM January 13, 25. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. During 2024, the Iraqi central bank imposes fines worth 279 billion dinars on banks and money changers. Economy the 11th of January 2025 23:52 Shafaq News. The Central Bank of Iraq announced, on Sunday, the imposition of fines on banks and non-banking institutions, exchange companies, worth 279 billion Iraqi dinars, during the year 2024. A table of the bank, viewed by Shafaq News Agency, showed that the fines imposed on banks and financial companies during the past year amounted to 279 billion and 144 million and 977,628 dinars, indicating that the fines also included 238 administrative penalties for these banks and non-banking institutions, distributed between warning and warning, and the grace period. The table showed that the month of January witnessed the highest fines on banks and non-financial institutions, as these fines amounted to 98,277,722,062 dinars, with administrative penalties amounting to 17 penalties, while the month of September witnessed the lowest fines, as they amounted to 2,331,465,048 dinars in penalties. Administrative penalties amounted to 13. The table did not show the names of the banks on which fines were imposed, nor the nature of the administrative penalties. The Association of Investors in the Iraqi Stock Exchange criticized the Central Bank of Iraq's increase in fines on banks, noting that it would affect the profitability of investors in the shares of these banks. Central Bank renews directive to spread and expand financial services and ATMs. Banks Economy News. Baghdad. The Central Bank of Iraq renewed, on Sunday, a directive to banks and non-banking financial institutions to spread and expand their financial services in areas that lack the presence of various services for bank cardholders. The central bank said in a statement received by Al-Iqtisad News that the bank is working within its strategy to provide various services to bank cardholders by expanding the spread of cash delivery outlets and through all available channels, including ATMs and POS cash payment devices, as well as authorized exchange companies, electronic payment company outlets, and POS electronic payment devices spread throughout Iraq. The statement added, the central bank confirms in its circulars that included directing banks and non-banking financial institutions to spread and expand their financial services in areas that lack the aforementioned services. He continued, the bank seeks to develop these services by establishing the latest infrastructure for financial products and services in Iraq and improving them continuously, calling for submitting inquiries and complaints, if any, through the following link. Tasks of the Directorate of Supervision of Non-Banking Financial Institutions. 1. An introductory overview of the Directorate. The Directorate of Supervision of Non-Banking Financial Institutions at the Central Bank of Iraq is responsible for licensing, supervision, and control of non-banking financial institutions, with the aim of protecting the financial system from potential risks and enhancing confidence in the non-banking financial sector. It also seeks to ensure the provision of safe and effective financial services to citizens, in addition to ensuring that these institutions comply with laws and instructions in accordance with global standards in the field of compliance, which contributes to enhancing financial stability. 2. The Directorate's powers and tasks. Licensing non-banking financial institutions. All license applications are carefully examined, in accordance with the principle of equality between all applications, in order to ensure the availability of conditions that allow it to compete in the Iraqi market and keep pace with rapid developments in the global and local financial sectors, while achieving the highest levels of efficiency and transparency. Supervision and control of non-banking financial institutions. This directorate acts as a supervisory authority, adopting a flexible and contemporary supervisory approach that enables it to carry out supervision and monitoring to ensure success in the Iraqi financial sector. 3. Laws, regulations and instructions. Central Bank of Iraq Law, linked to PDF. Anti-Money Laundering and Terrorist Financing Law No. 3 of 2015, linked to PDF. Electronic Payment Services System No. 2 of 2024, linked to PDF. Work regulations for agents of foreign remittance service providers for the year 2021, link to PDF. Operating controls for exchange companies, link to PDF. Regulations for the work of financing companies, link to PDF. 4 types of non-banking financial institutions. 8 types of non-banking financial institutions. Electronic payment companies, redirect link to the electronic payment companies page. Exchange companies, redirect link to the exchange companies page. Finance companies, redirect link to the finance companies page. B. Licensing requirements and controls for each type. Electronic payment companies, link to page. Exchange companies, link to page. Finance companies, link to page. 5. Control and inspection procedures. Oversight methodologies and inspection mechanisms, link to PDF. Periodic reports required from institutions. Requirements for appointments to leadership positions, link to PDF. 6. Reports and publications. 7. Advertisements. 8. Updates related to laws and instructions. 9. Workshops and training courses. 10. Communication channels. 11. The official mail of the Directorate. The Directorate's email, nbfi.supervision@cbi.iq. The official email of the Exchange Companies Control Department, company.sup@cbi.iq. The official mail of the Finance Companies Control Department. The official email of the Electronic Payment Service Providers Monitoring Department, electronicpay.bs@cbi.iq. National Data Center, Customs and Border Ports Authority announce launch of Customs Automation System. Sunday, the 12th of January 2025. Economic number of readings, 198. Baghdad, MENA, the National Data Center at the General Secretariat of the Council of Ministers announced the launch of the ASACUDA system. In cooperation with the General Authority of Customs and the Border Ports Authority, in 10 land, sea and air border ports, after conducting a comprehensive assessment of the infrastructure in 14 border ports. Within the framework of supporting the government's program for digital transformation and automation of customs operations in Iraq. Director of the National Data Center Department, Ammar Mazar al-Tamimi, stressed that the success of operating the system reflects the exceptional efforts made to develop the infrastructure supporting customs automation, pointing to the government's commitment to the success of this vital project that contributes to enhancing the efficiency of customs operations and achieving transparency. Al-Tamimi pointed out, according to a statement by the Secretariat of the Council of Ministers, that the efforts included providing the General Authority of Customs with modern technical equipment, in addition to establishing a secure network system based on advanced servers and firewalls. With the allocation of a separate environment to ensure data security and link the system to the secure government network. Single quote. In a related context, the General Authority of Customs in the Ministry of Finance and the Border Ports Authority, with the support of the National Data Center, continue to work on expanding the scope of the system to include additional ports, including Basra International Airport, Khor al-Zubair Port, and Abu Flus Port, which are scheduled to be operational in the coming months. The Customs Automation Project aims to raise the efficiency of customs performance and facilitate the movement of goods in line with international standards, in a qualitative step to support the national economy and improve the business environment in Iraq. Single quote. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.